God has graciously called my wife Joy and I to come and to serve at what I believe to be one of the finest Christian Baptist universities in the world. As the president of WBU, you would likely expect me to have that opinion about the school that I serve. This perspective, however, is not just mine. External groups have and continue to recognize the outstanding academic education that we provide. For example, as you saw in the video presentation, U.S. News & World Report recently ranked WBU as the 27th best college in the regional South. Of even greater significance and affirmation, this same report also ranked us as the 4th highest educational institution in the state of Arkansas. How many of you knew that? A few of you did. The alums did. We are really good at what we do. Beyond these accolades and recognitions, however, what makes WBU a truly outstanding university are the people. And we've seen some of those people in the video. Didn't they do a great job, the Williams Singers? We have some members of my team here today. If you are part of the administrative team or if you serve on our board of trustees, would you just stand? If you're still awake, would you stand? Let me see it. There they are. There they are. In addition to these, we have an outstanding alumni group, and I have had the wonderful privilege of meeting many WBU graduates, many of them here at this meeting this week. Our alumni embody the essence of our mission. These men and women are out in the world making a difference for the Lord in their respective callings. Joy and I are truly blessed to be a part of the WBU family. We are also honored to be part of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention family and to work alongside Dr. Tucker, the ABSC staff, and the Arkansas Baptist churches in our shared Great Commandment, Great Commission mission. Well, it's no surprise to you that I think that the need for Christian universities is as great as it has ever been. And based upon my previous work as professor of Baptist belief and theology, one of the things my research indicated is that one of the most unique and influential, consequential things that Baptist churches do is to band together. And historically, we have done that to create and support an entity that we call a Baptist university. By way of introducing myself to you, Arkansas Baptists, I need to let you know that I have devoted most of my adult life to serving Southern Baptists in the mission of Christian higher education. In addition to having been a pastor, I have also served on the faculties of a Baptist Bible college, a Baptist university, on the faculty of New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary, and as an administrator at 3 Baptist universities. And it sounds like I'm just a guy that can't keep a job, and maybe that's right, I don't know. But I pray that this pilgrimage that I have been on is a reflection of my belief that the mission of a Christian university is eternally consequential in the preparation of young men and young women to live for and to serve God. As you know, the years of 18 to 22 are the most formative period of a person's life. This is the time when identities, beliefs, convictions, passions, hopes, and aspirations are formed, when life view and worldviews of an individual are formed, when lives are launched out into the world to do whatever it is the life is called by God to do. I believe that God calls His people, His church, to develop ministries, to develop structures that intentionally and strategically form and prepare our young men and women for a life of love for and service to God. I believe the Christian university is unique in its ability to engage with students, that a Baptist university is used by God to help shape the heart, mind, soul, and body of a student to have a Christ-centered purpose for a meaningful life and relevant service to God in our world. This is why I believe in the mission of the Christian university. I believe our world is in desperate need of the type of people that are transformed by the vision and mission of a Christian university, a place like Williams Baptist University. So I not only believe in the consequential mission of Williams Baptist University, I also believe in the great need for schools like Williams Baptist University. In 2006, Dr. Steve Henderson published the findings of his research in an article in Christianity Today entitled, "A Question of Price versus Cost." Utilizing the research developed over a 25-year period, Henderson noted that 52% of students that do not attend a Christ-centered college will experience a decline in religious values, attitudes, and behaviors during college. In summarizing his research findings, Henderson determined that more than 52% of incoming freshmen who identify themselves as born again upon entering a public university will no longer identify themselves as born again 4 years later. Henderson states, quote, "This means over half of our kids rejecting family religious values if they attend a public university." 1 out of 2. 1 out of 2 was the statistic in 2006. I would speculate it's likely higher than that now, maybe 2 out of 3. And yet, we as Christians, we as Baptists, continue to send our sons and our daughters to public secular institutions of higher education where, for 4 years or longer, they will be immersed in and influenced by a worldview that is opposed and hostile to the faith in which they were raised and nurtured. I've seen it. You have too. These students walk out the doors of our homes, walk out the doors of our churches, they walk into the secular academy, and then when their studies are concluded, they keep walking. And they walk away from the faith once delivered to them, many never to return. This is not the way it's supposed to be. And if ever we needed real-life examples for the need of Christian universities, just look at our culture today. Look at our American context. Many of the issues confronting and plaguing us as a nation were conceived and developed in the secular academy. The vast majority of the universities and colleges in our nation do not share my vision, the vision of Arkansas Baptist for higher education, and they do not embrace a gospel commitment or Christ-centered convictions. These universities have embraced secular ideas and a postmodern belief that shape their institutional worldview and influence the way they educate and mentor their students. When I was at my previous institution in Oklahoma, there was a school, a state school there in Oklahoma City. They invited a well-known Christian speaker to come and to speak on the issue of creation, and you would have thought that they had declared war against some country. The pushback at this university, just a regular regional university, the pushback on that was so profound. And in the middle of that, a friend of mine that worked in the area started sending me pictures of things that that particular university celebrated. And I can't describe the pictures because they were profane, they were vulgar, they were idolatrous, and they are there on the campus, out in the open, doing these things and celebrating it. The result of a secular postmodern institutional commitment yields a certain kind of student. These kinds of students are like this. They deny the reality of absolute truth and instead embrace a rampant relativistic understanding of reality that enthrones the autonomous individual. Students that imbibe an atheistic worldview that deny the reality and existence of God in pursuit of a moral relativism that exploits others in a quest for a thoroughgoing self-satisfaction. Students who understand justice in terms of narrowly applied political or social advantages, a view of justice that propagates agendas that benefit a few and do not serve the common good. Students who believe that gender and sexuality are socially and individually constructed norms as opposed to identities that are biologically and divinely determined by God. and students who embrace a mission to thoroughly and completely redefine human identity, purpose, language, institutions, and culture in every conceivable way at a breathtaking pace. Well, as you may have guessed, my understanding of the purpose and mission of the Christian University is vastly different than this. In fact, it's the polar opposite of this, the opposite of this understanding and these outcomes. We at Williams define the mission of a Christian higher educational institution as a do not be conformed, but be transformed type of mission. That's the way we look at this. We do not simply give an education, although we do. And we do not simply graduate our students, although we do, because as a father of 3 sons, I want them graduated and off the payroll and out with a real job with benefits. Schools like Williams and our sister school, Ouachita, we don't just graduate, we mobilize students. We mobilize our students for gospel good and kingdom influence, and we send them out to be salt and light. That's why I believe in Christian higher education, and that's why I believe God has called me to be a part of a great legacy, a great institution, a great university known as Williams Baptist University. We do what we do in a non-conforming, mind-renewing way. Our convictions shape our mission, and they're different than other things. We have a Christ-centered conviction, a Bible-based conviction, a gospel-driven conviction, a kingdom-focused vision. That's what we are about. This is because of the way we prepare our students to serve. We do it this way. We prepare them to launch lives with a Christ-centered purpose to live in a particular place where God places them, with a particular platform. We send them out to be salt and light. So when a Williams man shows up, when a Williams woman shows up, if there's something evil there, because our graduate is there, I want the evil thing to die. And when a Williams man shows up or a Williams woman shows up, I want God to use them in such a way that He sends them into dark places and they become the light of that place. And when a Williams man shows up, when a Williams woman shows up, if there is something retarding and decay, I want them to be salt and to bring not just flavor, but life to death. That God uses our graduates this way. And so I would be remiss if I did not ask our brothers and sisters in the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, we need you. I'm appealing to you. We need you to continue to support us and give to the cooperative program. I'm a Baptist boy. I was born Baptist. When I die, I'll be Baptist, and I'll have a Baptist funeral, and I want them talking about the cooperative program. My veins flow with the waters of immersion, and my checkbook writes checks to the cooperative program. We need you to continue to support us through your cooperative program giving. And on behalf of our university, let me express my gratitude for your historic and continued support. We do not take that for granted, and we could not do what we do without your partnership in this. Continue to pray for us, to encourage us, to partner with us on our mission. You know times are getting crazy and complex. Imagine trying to negotiate not simply curriculum and pedagogy at a university, but all the federal guidelines and policies, all of the issues with Title IX, all the issues with the Department of Ed, and dear colleague letters, and on it goes. We need to know the times and know what to do. So pray for us. Ask God to impart wisdom to our leadership team, to our students, to our faculty, and to me. And I mean what I'm about to say as sincerely and genuinely as I possibly can say it. I want you to believe in what we do. I want you to believe in our mission as deeply and as passionately as I do. Back when music was really music in the 1970s, there was a group called Cheap Trick, and they came out with a song called I Want You to Want Me. Well, I do. I want you to want us. I need you to need us. I want you to see what we do is a part of what you do. I want you to understand that the essence of a Baptist university is simply an extension of the local church, and we are with you in making disciples. We make no sense in having an existence apart from you. Our existence flows from you, and we exist to partner with you, to support you, and you send us your students, we'll educate them, we'll equip them, we'll help them with you launch a life, and we'll send them back to you better equipped to serve in your church for the glory of God and the good of the gospel. We want you to see us this way. So send us your students. I promise you we'll take care of them. We're going to give them a great education. They're going to have one of the finest educations they can get anywhere. I'll stack my faculty up against any other faculty, any other educational institution. We'll go toe-to-toe and we'll win. Because they're really good and they're godly men and women, and you can trust them. We're going to stretch your students. We're going to challenge your students. We're going to give them a great education. By the grace of God, we're going to get them out in 4 years, maybe 5. They may come in wanting to be a pre-med major, and then they'll take calculus and they'll switch their major. Underwater basket weaving, there's got to be a place out there for that kind of job somewhere. But send us your students. You can trust us to take care of them. We will honor that sacred trust. We will nurture their faith. We will partner with you in strengthening that faith. God will use us to help grow that faith, and we will send them out to launch a life. So embrace us. We embrace you. Embrace WBU as part of your efforts. Think of us when you do your strategic planning for your ministry and your mission. Think, how can I use that university in Walnut Ridge, Arkansas, and northeastern Arkansas? How can we, as the churches of Arkansas Baptist, incorporate them in our Great Commandment, Great Commission mission? We stand ready to partner with you in this. We want to come alongside you. And you come alongside us. We really do want you to want us, to see us as part of who you are. It's a good day to be in Walnut Ridge, Arkansas. It's a good day to be at Williams Baptist University. I know I stand on the shoulders of those that have gone before me, godly men who have been president, godly men and women that have served at the faculty. I'm the beneficiary of great sacrifice. I'm the recipient of a great legacy. And as wonderful and as glorious as our days have been, the best is yet to come. And we want you to be a part of the Williams Baptist University journey. Thank you, Arkansas Baptist, for your gracious, warm welcome to me and my family. Thank you for all of those that have prayed for us and continue to do so. If you're ever in Walnut Ridge, give me a call. We'd love to see you on our campus. And remember, we're in this thing together. And together, we will make a difference for the glory of God. Thank you. That includes the report of Williams Baptist University.